certainly have a fine late game with the sniper being absolutely massive. But overall, on the high ground, that is disappointing. Rock Gaming missed a prime opportunity. Luna was leading the charge onto the high ground there. Could have easily gotten a kill. Luna going after getting some to the Aghanim Scepter. I think BKB is pretty important for Luna at the moment. For Titan, Sand King, all these heroes will be able to probably chain stun her to death. Obviously very annoying to deal with as I like either completing the Manta then going directly into the BKB after getting that. Hell, I'd even prefer. Definitely think the ag item should be purchased just a little bit. Out there for you first 10 kill betters. That is currently waiting on Sniper. Take a look at some couriers here. It's a cute little. Reminds me of the Disney movie with a llama. That's not at all like a flanum. No, yeah, it's a nice little touch. I hear you on Discord. Like, I'm not in the Discord channel. People watching the game. But as far as me logging onto the Discord channel while I am actually end up happening in the near, could too easily be trolled by viewers out there. It's pretty solid of just setting up people talk with each other. Separate rooms for people rooting for the Dire and rooting for Radiant to hang out. Also think that is a pretty cool feature as Luna. I got confused there for a second. Luna just surrounded by her own teammates. And Rock Sniper taking some farm in the bottom lane while Sniper picking up his Hurricane Pike. Pretty have a lot of maneuverability in the upcoming team fights. But Luna has officially currently sitting at 1, 4, and 6 on Luna. Now sits at top of the net worth. EHOME net worth ahead of Rock Gaming, who have on after getting the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. Could potentially just get chain stunning team fight despite having 10.9k net worth on her. Yeah, I've so many items for Luna, whether it's a Hurricane Pike, a BKB to style. I think all those would have been better. Uses of the Luna's goal to nuke down people to ultimate. And buying the Aghanim Scepter this early for your Luna, she doesn't have a level 3 Eclipse yet. You're not getting that full value when purchasing it as your item. What's the score? As it's 23 minutes, I will be casting Fnatic versus Mineski later. Be prepared for a. As actually, I'm going to let that. I will be casting that as well. So just for a short bit, while I set that in my other window. Associate myself with that stream. Yeah, the game's currently 9 minutes. I'll be casting that. Bring you back to free camera. And Luna just continuing the Mineski Fnatic game. And no team really wanting to commit to a team fight. Nobody really. Very unusual farm fest after, I would say, 15 minutes of the game. Really solid action incoming farm. As, again, Sniper late game there, so I understand why Rock Gaming aren't feeling too rushed. But, okay, so Lift incoming on. Luna getting her Aghanim's Eclipse off, doesn't even get a kill with, and Razor currently chasing down 130 down for Rock Gaming. Sniper getting picked off here in the backlines. Razor him down. Razor trying to get away here. Has 136 damage around. Right clicks, able to bring down a loop. That is exactly what Rock Gaming needed, getting a kill on the highest net worth, close out that team fight. A EHOME favored fight. Razor definitely salvages at least sums up his Blink Dagger just based off of that kill. Sniper having lag. He's very close to the BKB. Did not see how Sniper got or ended up getting taken down there. Probably got shot it because Luna's ultimate mainly dropped onto the sand. Sniper was not near it. It must have been Death Prophet chasing down the Sniper. (11-12) EHOME taking a good advantage here. After Luna continuing to farm up, has a Lincoln Sphere next. Sphere pickup. Not a incredible amount of damage incoming for ARB and the Sand King Burrows. I can definitely understand why Luna is purchasing that. Double damage and BKB TP coming out from the Razor, not wanting to deal with 210 damage. Actually going to check on the lobby here for Fnatic. And I'm going to be keeping an eye out on that. With the state of the game, just continuing the farm, Lincoln Sphere on Luna. Bringing 5 to the pit with the Sniper nearby. No wards in the area though. 2 for EHOME will be able to scout out any rotations coming in from Rock, but about that Aegis being picked up. Either way, eventually fight against a Death Prophet. Sniper with a Yule Scepter has a Shadow Walk available. Coming in from the Disruptor, a little bit slow reaction time. So, definitely critical eye. Okay, Sniper going down from getting his BKB, and unfortunate that singing his praises. It looks like EHOME is the Luna 8 Aegis. And one thing about Luna is, if you have 2 lives, you kind of don't, or you kind of don't need a BKB. If you have plenty, build up with the butterfly. Still just going full on right. Also, the butterfly very good against the Sniper. Going to be probably the frontliner standing in front of the Death Prophet on a tier 3 tower, so it makes a whole lot of sense to get that addition and or agility to tank up. Just with that amount of. Okay, BKB not used by the was able to bait out the Eclipse. Very good job there. Will be chasing down the Razor. Death Prophet uses the ultimate, brings down the Rubik, looking for more here, acting her down, and Guardian Angel down for Rock Gaming. Need to attempt to defend the best, but not doing a incredible amount. 80 at the moment, out of his way. And yeah, that's just a free rack. I say free, but Epicenter being throws out a stun. He's eventually going down, but Ogre's perfectly fine for the team, as everyone else on EHOME has already gotten away. Luna not TPing back to base in order to heal up. Wouldn't be surprised if no. I'm going to be taking a look and see if the which it isn't. I think EHOME is They've had a solid plan, despite ended up coming back just by playing passively, splitting across the map. Sniper getting caught out by the Luna, available, but caught out by the Death Prophet. Glimpse not necessary. Burst damage to bring down the Sniper. 500 gold. Sniper loot. At least Sniper has been able to purchase up BKB. A little bit too late. Luna has ages, pushing 6 seconds, so Glimpse coming back onto the Elder as well. Will be able to finish off Sand King. GG being called by X will end up losing. So, a little bit surprised there. But very well timed, because Fnatic versus relatively shortly as EHOME take the of, I believe, a best of 2 series. I guess I can show the scorecard for you folks. Show it's 333, doing 16,000 damage, despite dying 4 times, coming back with that Luna farm, just with the Mask of Madness in the woods. Good map awareness and coordination, just to secure the Luna, the farm, that ended up winning the game. And considering nobody bet on and I guess I should play some music so we just don't while I just the stream, which not sure exactly. This is a pretty good song. Let the bash, let the sky. Can't say I'd even notice it was absent. I could live by the light in your eyes. Would have strung together the very first a love letter. Tell the world that it's just you. Oh, will become mine. It's you. Okay, so somebody was asking, putting in exclamation points, how you would bet 50 points in quotations is how you would Fnatic. How you find out how many points you've farmed, you just type exclamation mark points in chat, and then the exactly how many points. Any given match. Hello, hello, weed all day. Saying hi to the one person using it. By the way, thank you. Maybe some bull in chat will stop by and say hey.
Hey, dude.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, weed all day. And I don't have my volume really matched up, so they may actually hear you really, really loudly. But here, I am in my own Discord, so tune in every now and then after games. But anyway, thank you for stopping by the Discord. Hopefully you guys ask them. It sounds normal. One of the times I don't have the app running that keeps track if everybody's not 100% on top of that. that the bot actually says on the top of it. Ooh. Getting a little bit late. Spent like 4 sticks today, so my brain's a little bit shot at the moment. A quality engineering position opened up to know a lot of statistics that I forgot. Learned it all in college, but for several years with Michelin not using it. Learning all day how to do 1T tests, 1 sample Z tests. It's a random obnoxiousness that I had left behind. Took some notes on them. I'm probably going to forget the majority. I have to relearn it again tomorrow. But basically, normal distributions and experiments with data sets that you assume are normal is the main subjects that I was looking at. Sigma, basically. Six Sigma work right on Sick Night Drive is studying all the math. Actually, stats is the exact opposite. Luckily, I had a B Summit too. Definitely for him that he went from just casting around to Beyond the Summit 2. That's in my future, I don't know. But I was casting all day today on Beyond the Summit 2. Excited, pretty much a solo casting. I enjoyed watching that while he has me set on his auto host, so I have him on mine. Versus Fnatic was starting like 5 minutes ago, but apparently keeps getting. Currently, according to vpgame.com, yeah, 1 sample Z tests, 1 sample just blah. Still don't quite understand the two sample to do, like just plug and chug it, based off of plug and chug the 2 sample t-tests at this point. But actually know it, that's probably something that I'm again. What do I think of the Fnatic drama? One, I think it was within the team's best interest to no doubt. Universe had PI already. That reason is up Universe. Second, if not the best offlaner in the world. But very good for Fnatic overall. But that Ohio had to leave the team to do it. Can kick someone else off the team, maybe switch roles for Ohio, but make the table. And feels pretty bad at a minor. Or did Fnatic qualify for a minor or a major right before I was kicked? It's been pretty clear that Zai joined Optic because he won. Pretty sure PPD percent to Zai that he was going to get to play offlane. If I'm actually not surprised didn't go on. Maybe if Universe was willing to switch roles, that would have been an option. Maybe Universe going on. I think that would be pretty good, pretty clutch with his Blink Dagger plays, whether he's playing Faceless Void or Initiation. He's been really good. But overall, I think Universe throughout the games, and position 4 probably not the right fit. And with that off the table, and with Zai leave the off lane, that too. It was a major. It was Buka Crest major. Yeah. For a major, then not getting the Universe Darkseer. Yeah, he is Universe has been quoted, he hates playing Darkseer, but it gets drafted for him quite a bit. Looking at some random game for I guess 2 or 3 minutes. But fear not, we will not game for very long. Not to get look. Always like going into showcase mode. It's actually really difficult to make it pleasant to watch for the viewers. It always just zooms in way too far, zoom in close enough. I wish that showcase mode in front of you and then automatically adjust the camera either above them or so it'd be easier to go in the middle of a team fight, Queen of Pain dropping it ultimate on a 3 in showcase mode. Yeah, I think the role/character huge in Dota. And really in any, can you imagine saying that, I don't know, the Browns guys and they happen out all on a field? Put 5 very NFL up on the field. But team a willingness to understand your role completely and where, I mean, the games. Thousands of games amongst them. Games perfecting the heroes within their... Obviously, all of them play carries just because they got... And so, if you want to frown, just replace the fanatic that you typed with a 0, and then you would have bet... As you bet right there, that bet did not register. And there you go. You officially have bet on Fnatic. 5 viewer points. Person betting on Fnatic, 1 person betting on Mineski. Draft is even. I would favor Mineski. They've had their 5 together within the games. 0 incoming is my prediction. Yeah, generally after the draft or bounty rune spawn. Just depending on how I'm feeling and depending on, like, if nobody bets, generally I wait until like the bounty rune. But after the draft, close betting on the table or on the channel. And by the way, chat gets you double the points. I believe it's 20 per hour for just a passive viewer, not 40 points an hour for people actually saying hi. Is basically a weekly tournament. At the end of the week, you can send replays to me and I will under the stream announcements page, winners of the option of sending me a replay either through on Twitch or through the Discord. I also dedicated to requesting replays. But even if you don't, it's still fun to have something if it is fake internet points. Looking at the tournament tab. Actually, I'm gonna look at a few websites here. Been pushed back for another 7 minutes. Lobby. There's like 1 person not showing up. Waiting on 1 for Mineski Fnatic. And let's see what song I want to do. That looks like
In a field outside of town, we could own a blanket, maybe a basket. That's it.
And by the way, Deep, yeah, Andrew 43X, Marb Z, Cheap Cosplay, Nudie Noob, Licks Boy 90, them all. Hopefully, more often. Struggle on, they are. How many monitors do I use? Set up, I'm set up for 2, but set up 4 monitors. All I need to, maybe Mushi finishing his pub. I mean, do you really want to give up 25 MMR? Team a game, but yeah, I have a touchscreen set up. I have a monitor right behind that. On the front of me, I have a printer, and I also have a Hue on my left that's also connected to my monitor as well. Like I do, I would say 2-1. I think a lot of individual skill so could easily pull a game off. Can definitely win. I don't think Mineski are favored by very much. It's 60-40. If I had to get, actually, I can probably look at VP, see what their odds are, and for a 2-1 dog, huh? I think Mineski 2-0. The monitor that I have, like, I don't think I have it set up right. It stretches all the pixels on my fix it. Not gonna listen to that. A viewer actual, and now it's one of my favorite.
Wild eyes, they were low, oh mad, just to hold her out of my range. There was no way back. Something went off in my brain. She was insane. Here she goes again.
10 out of 10, boys. It's not necessary.
And I tell everyone, and the look on your face will slowly, cause it was all a front. Say it to your face, the other place to stay. And no, you won't know me when the feet. And I tell everyone, hey. She's a emperor, so absurd. Yeah, took pills with the name I'd never. She fooled me. That's when I noticed that something was strange. Out of my range, she goes again. A psycho from a Midwest suburb. I woke up and you won't know me when the feeling's all gone. And the look on your face done, cause it was all a front. And quiet place that you will need, and no, you won't know gone. And I tell everyone, hey, and I tell everyone, I noticed that something was strange. Out of my rain, off of my brain, she was insane. Here go from a Midwest sub, and I told her, you won't know me when the
yeah, they still haven't closed that or haven't jumped into the game.
It was all a front and quiet to find another place to stop me when the feeling's on. I tell everyone, hey, and I tell everyone, and I tell everyone, I tell everyone, hey.
Trust in a random person in chat. Joji, will he? Out. Has a dancing panda. I'm a panda. I guess you guys can see it, but look at this. Look at this window. Okay. There was paint on the ground next to the paint. Panda that was painting was a little bit messy with. That's all you guys need to worry about there. Hey, there we go. Made, and we will. Played For the King yet? No, I have not. Right now, when I'm playing video games, I'm either playing and Dota, obviously, but not so much Dota lately. And just like to say to listen to for this product. I know there are other options, and fortunately for me as well. In for Mineski. What? Is that Lucifer? No way. Does anybody know? Does anybody know who Lucifer is? Is that a normal hero? Or a Let's take a look at really talk much about the gotten started here. Gonna play one more song for you guys. Just people picking OP heroes, and really hard to predict what's coming up next. Obviously, with the draft, not very good at predicting it. Or 4 picks. And have Lucifer in exchange. Oh, I saw something there. Thank you for the sub, man. I really do appreciate that. Subs will help me try and get that partnership. That way we can unlock more emotes together. These are the only 3... Clockwork, huh? Neski picking Shadow Fiend after duel there, but obviously want Fnatic to first pick it. The little ape character, I think it would be better to not have that whole box blacked out, outline the shapes. That's something I could probably work on doing. Within the first 2 picks, coming in from Fnatic. So, this draft in the first 4 picks, really need a black box. Yeah, all the made directly by me. Either in Paint or GIMP. Those edit photos with GIMP. Something that I never would have picked. Fun little life skill. Yeah, eventually, those 2 emotes with the 8s on them, all subs, like the white crown, the 20 crown emote, and eventually I'm going to have the same guy 5 subs. So basically, like you get to be part of the 8-pack with a little. And then the $10 subs, you get a little $5 subs, you get like the thought that was a nice little theme to go with. But since I only have 1 sub, the $5 subs at this point, I figured the happy game actually starts, so I don't go dry on you guys. Thank you for the sub. Thank you, 13 subs. 13. You will see coming up right there on the most recent. Oh, but unfortunately, we do have a draft on our hand now. It will be back between games 1 and 2, all the way to the 4th pick for Menes, position 4, AoE stun, AoE silence, has a slow, rolling boulder, has a gap close, and just a incredible pickup coming in. Offlaner and Underlord, position 5, Shadow Shaman, Shadow Neski. They will be looking for a position 1 carry, being chosen a unusual draft to pick a Rubik in. I guess Fnatic, because overall there aren't a whole lot of spells that you I suppose, but Firestorm or Pit of Malice underwhelming. Same thing with one Shadow Rays and Earth Spirit. You can get a Boulder Smash or something, or a Boulder Roll-In, but overall there are much better. Just overall, I would say it's more of a comfort pick than a. And this draft is going really quick. Pick up for Fnatic. We'll do a pretty by spamming laser in the mid lane. Here, or lots of AoE magical burst damage from Fnatic has of the game. Channel secured them the early game. Terrorblade, Tiny cores in the late game, so they're going to be able to take it over. Then again, if Chen can, with 4 ancient creeps behind him, is still pretty darn powerful. And Mineski, with this final pick, that can deal with the AoE Terrorblade and somehow deal with the Tinker. Okay, I like it. Monkey King will Tinker potentially. Obviously, the ultimate being thrown onto Terror, them down quite a bit. It solves a lot of issues for me. Do like it. Probably be able to harass down the Tiny, as I do believe. Universe going to be playing Tiny in the off lane for Fnatic. Bed, very, very good Tinker, has incredible micro. So, here in a little bit. So if you have not in my channel, which is 0 was and what 1 was. Actually, look that up here. So it is 0 for on Mineski here. Just betting on they're better than Fnatic. And I will be closing about 30 seconds for all the. Okay, there we go. And bring up the last hits and denies for you folks. Both the Radiant Observer wards being dropped early. Multiple people possibly thinking spotted out the Observer ward being placed will eventually place to Vision. And I will officially. Thank you for the sub, man. I do appreciate it. I'm on like a sub train. This is like a single day. Bar like 1,800 viewers in my channel at one point, which was actually insane. Casting a Na'Vi game. It was like Na'Vi versus Empire, and nobody. That was pretty badass. At the same time, got a little nervous, but over it. And Chen helping in the off lane. It sends 2 creeps back home, and will be super obnoxious here. Tiny will start off the lane. Tiny in the bottom lane, very interesting. Will be in the top lane, Universe bottom. I guess they didn't want to have a Tiny deal with the Monkey King. And like I said, Monkey King body up the Tiny. One of the. Okay, lift incoming from tier 1 tower though. So just a little bit of harass early on in this. Shadow Fiend starting the lane off right though. Currently sitting at 4, and the Tinker has. And 2 now as a bed kind of got zoned out, started out mid to help Fiend, and now Shadow Shaman has rotated towards the top lane. Pull off, very well played by him. But we're going to be this bottom lane. I think it has more kill potential. Lift incoming from the Rubik. He's still level 1 and standing in a firestorm there, but we'll be able to get out of harm's way. Remove the most recent. Can't remove the most recent. That is the incentive to donate and or subscribe is on my screen. I know it's a little I am a streamer, so why not try and sell out a little bit while I am doing that. 800 gold definitely will be going. Quelling Blade. Well, something happening here in the Metamorphosis down. Follow up not be enough. Good save coming in from the Chen. Sends the Terrorblade back. Stun lands onto the Satyr creep there, trying to make sure that jab survives. Gets a roll in onto the Rubik, dropping really low. 40. Walk away from that engagement happening early on in this game. Plays coming in from the Chen. DJ playing very well, able to Doom with the universe currently working against, and I really actually do hope now if that is actually the case. I got that, but I can't verify it. Tinker, see, currently the 22-9 of Moon. Very, very well for himself. Currently hitting for over 117. Magic Wand, Ring of Aquila, just to maximize that right-click damage. Try and get a rotation to get a kill. Unless they just want him to spiral out of control, as he is currently. But Fnatic getting farm on all 3 cores, getting completely zoned out of their lane, thanks to kind of rotating in between multiple lanes here, both the mid and the bottom. Spot out a regen rune. Currently is marching down the mid lane. Stun coming out onto DJ. Micro his creeps and ends up paying for it with his life. Gets the first blood, or excuse me, blood. 370 gold going towards Mineski. I actually don't know. I've heard rumors that it is. I cannot confirm that. Absolutely cannot. So if somebody in chat wants them over that, I'm sure I'm just starting a room. Okay, lift comes out onto the Shadow Fiend. Rotation from Rubik with the burst damage incoming from Tinker. Not going. No levels in heat, and that definitely could have been a kill on for this greedy build-up. 3 levels in March of Machines will certainly help jungle to the mid lane, but he definitely missed out on a kill. Missile. Not even saving the points, just in case. So, greedy farm-oriented build-up for the Tinker at the moment. Coming in from Mineski. Hashtag teamwork. And Chen has just been staying in the top lane constantly. You see Chen's this off-lane Chen is something that I haven't particularly. And I have seen Chen do the creep spam where he completely just stay. Okay, lift coming out onto the Shadow Shaman. Timed, we'll be able to bring him down. But Terrorblade EE going down. That's not worth it. Shadow Fnatic gaining the Shadow Shaman, and the gold differential slightly favored, being kind of shut down. Excuse me, in the top lane. I mean, he's a Terrorblade. He's going quickly on the hero. Once he gets his levels, gets maximum amount conjure image. As Lucifer may get caught out here, and that means Underlord will eventually 4 levels in the toss, only 1 in Aval. Efficient there, as but either way, it's up getting the kill. Overall, it's still anybody's game. Very slow because they have been farming on. Terrorblade has been not having the exact early game that he won. King. Any core is going to have a pretty rough time. So overall, I would say this. Obviously, you want it to go better if you have a Terrorblade on your team, but up against Monkey King, you completely out of lane when you don't have a pretty fine job. Rotation coming in, Smoke and Shadow Fiend. Rubik will be tanking this. Okay, immediately sheeped into triple lift, double stun, lands onto Moon. Fine there, pretty tanky with 1400 HP at the 9-minute Shadow Fiend, and Tiny has really, really good stat gains, not only to tank through Neski down towards the top lane, or up towards the top lane. The Monkey King more farm. Moon getting caught out here, being chased down by a bed. Hey, so Monkey King looking to turn this thing used by a bed. Not going to get a second kill. Already bringing down Rubik here. Does have a, but not going to use it. Not wanting to. Has enough mana. Moment. Undying ends up going down in the top lane. In the bottom. So overall, pretty bottom lane. Undying. Or excuse me. A bed already has some March on the Machine, certainly paying off, as a bed his boots of travel, despite lose it terribly but certainly could have gone better for him. Primal Spring. Mushi will be able to bring down this tier, being placed by Shadow Shaman. Mushi, 14, he is going to be rushing a Battle Fury on the Monkey King. Battle Fury helps the Monkey King scale well, helps accelerate his farm quite a bit, and pretty good as well. To farm up a storm here, 92 last hits on Shadow Fiend, 100 gold. The viewers are just only in my channel. Terrorblade to him. Looks like drums being picked. Pretty valuable item. Gets the illusions a little bit more beefy. Obviously the AoE help them. Right, coming in from EE, able to with the reduced damage incoming from the Terrorblade illusion. Rotation, catch somebody out. Will not be able to. Will be able just to walk away. Ninja Boogie. Okay, so ultimate being thrown out below, but will eventually fall down thanks to the Fiend. Will go down as well. Rubik, Fade Bolt, very well played there. Actually stole Shadow Shaman. 3 for 2 exchange. Take a decisive team fight win. Bringing down 2 supports as well as the top farm hero in the game. Netting themselves 7 share of that. The Shadow Fiend helps quite a bit. Possibly getting a Blink Dagger or Force Staff depending on what he is feeling at a Blink Dagger. But Force Staff, obviously a very good item. Team-oriented item that Rubik could go. In Terrorblade, just continuing using the illusions to pick up the farming pace. Currently 800 gold towards him. Probably going Drax, depending on what he is looking to do. Dragonlance, obviously very. Yasha, just overall a very valuable on any agility. He does have a Blink Dagger available with a follow-up stun coming in from Lucifer. Just so tanky. Has a Hood of Defiance down there. For 1200 HP, has the additional magic resistance from Hooded. Tiny combination being an Avalanche, 4 levels in toss. Lucifer able to walk away on. Teleporting in, good blink into top. Will be a Fnatic bring 4 to the fight. Terrorblade trying to get out as well. Tiny rotating towards the mid-tier 1 tower. Immediately blinks away when he sees Earth Spirit. Good reaction to was behind Earth Spirit. Wanted to get away as quick as possible. A good item for Underlord to the game. Definitely not in the near future, I think. And the Crimson him. Rubik falling down. I think it was just Earth Spirit able to bring down. A bed still working on just about showing himself in lane as a stun's available from jabs. Will not be able to find it. And probably ended up dying. He's onto a Chen creep, trying to run away here. Incoming homing missile damage, doing a non-negligible amount of damage. Not significant at the moment. I have 1500 health on him. Drums of Endurance as well as Ring of Aquila. Just trying to tank build as well. Drums helps you with that. Yeah, magical burst damage build coming in from Shadow Fiend, which I absolutely... Mineski don't really have a dedicated... Shadow Fiend is going to have to serve. Drums, obviously good. Dragon Lance will help you even shock me if after he goes Dragon Lance, he goes straight into just to be as beefy as you. Obviously, BKB up at some point by the Shadow Fiend. But they value Yasha into that BK. We'll have to see what Moon ends up doing. In the meantime, Universe to completing his Shadow Blade. About 200. DJ hasn't gone for a greedy. Has wards being dropped onto the top lane, and to defend this tower, farm up the wards. You have completed his Blink Dagger. Huge silence will not be able to hit, and jabs will just in the bottom lane, making sure that he doesn't get this. Okay, so Universe just absolutely Shadow Shaman there. Avalanche toss with the additional be enough. Pretty sure if you guys notice that Universe attack behind, very important, so Shadow Shaman doesn't just immediately out of invisibility. So future, making sure that turn radius on Shaman have blink off or the hex off. Currently 8-8. Fnatic versus Mineski. Who is going to get that first 10 kills? Yeah, EE going definitely approve of that BKB if he wants to take team. And the Yasha just overall very good item to help scale Terror Blade going into the near future. As much item help as humanly possible in order to keep the pace with Shadow Fiend or Moon. Already Hurricane Pike drums going for the BKB next. Okay, I can dig that. Not keeping the Ring of Aquila in his inventory, instead breaking it down in order to pike a little bit quicker. And I get sense, but would have been a mistake if somebody in Mineski didn't already have it. Very good. Fnatic being taken, but Tinker not really looking eye to eye. I think Fnatic were aware in the bottom lane. So far, contest the Roshan instead. Trying to get super good late game carries. Insane status resistance going into the future. The burst damage potential. With the Silving a little bit greedier. With a Sanjin Yasha or a Salkiras. Tiny will be hitting hard, being very, very good farmers on their team. So, distribution turns out in the right now the farm is getting split pretty, but you see a lot of inefficiency as Tiny rotating in between camps, not hitting things, not getting gold, not things that you really want to have happen. Carry stun won't be enough. Wow, the burst coming in for Nap enough to bring down the Underlord, who is extremely tanky. A value plate mail before going into Hooded Defiance. It's a little bit unusual. Or into a Lotus Orb next. We will as a smoke rotation coming out and brings down the Underlord before any. Okay, so ultimate being dropped in, and Mineski not taking a good team fight here as Monkey King and BKB being used by the Terror Blade. BKB as well as the Metamorphosis team fight. Insane amount of damage being done by Tinker as well. 2-0 in the team fight. EE is slowly making his way to catching up to Shadow Fiend. But Shadow Fiend does have the BKB online, does have Ages of Immortal, so could very easily take the next team fight, able to get his ultimate off in the next completely different story, bolt on top of the Requiem coming in from Monkey King double damage, trying to get a rotation or get a kill. It's coming in for Fnatic, but Paladin incoming nuke damage. Tiny doing so down. As that was just a good 3-man and an easy kill onto the lane. Mineski dropping the Monkey King ultimate on top of him. EE working on not going Manta style. Pretty good choice. Obviously very good. Tank as well. With a Scotty as well. Lost Shaman just wanting 0.9k net worth. Bottom of the heap. Just trying. Jabs does have a blink dagger already on the earth. Trying to finish a spirit vessel. And very close to doing that as well. Already has gold. Pretty good in this game considering vessel will reduce the amount of incoming heal by 7 that it goes on. Maleficus will eventually go down, and time good boulder smash coming in from Jabs. Underlord may just be able to man up onto the the Shadow Fiend. Leaving you is the anti-gamer sure. Oh my god, that is an instant report. If you're they may okay, Shadow Shaman ends up dying, BKB being. I do believe that's just going to be it, though. Mushi looking to get some sort of turnaround of creeps, though. It's down. With the leap, we'll be able to bring all the Chen army to its. Somebody's got to clip that one. Peeing away the Shadow Fiend. I'll definitely watch. Using. And the game is kind of slowed down here. As farm as humanly possible. On the slowdown actually favors Fnatic. Universe with the Blink Avalanche combination going off. End up going down. Wards being dropped by the enough. Monkey King manning up here onto the Terrorblade. Well played there. And Moon getting chased down by 4. Available in 2. Blinks onto the high ground. Gets the lift off. Tiny has the Avalanche toss combination. It's a 4-for-1 trade. Losing 4 only by a huge team fight victory coming in 2,400 gold swing. Hashtag NA math. Outing out Tinker. But very wide there. Oh, immediately Tiny. The damage reduction from the Silver Edge doing an incredible amount of work. Just Dagon to get a kill on. Definitely Monkey King should have won that one-on-one. But the Silver Edge allowed the Tiny to survive through that. Remove from Silver Edge. Disable their passives. Passive is a form of damage. I guess that must have been a nerf coming into the Silver Edge that I. Okay, Pylai died. Bliss immediately dying, and Ninja Boogie. That's a 3 down for Mineski. Here, Metamorphosis is available for the Terrorblade, so no reason to from Shadow Fiend. Once Shadow Fiend buys back, I think Fnatic Underlord gets bursted down. Damage. Metamorphosis being damage, absolutely insane. Standing in the middle of the firestorm, not right. But Universe blinking aggressively, trying to find somebody near Mushi though. In the middle of, if you're Fnatic, Envy looking to stay around as. When Chen Morphosis should be off or going off a cooldown, so no need to stick around when on BKB next item. Reverse Blink initiate for the team, which he's been doing. Fnatic definitely coming in with Universe picking up, obviously a very in the Tiny. Have a team fight plan of okay, and initiate for us. Insane amount of right click damage incoming on EE and nuke damage on the Tinker. And fight plan has been working out for him. Getting at an 8k lead, 33. Tiny TPing towards the mid lane. So that's just a smoke rotation coming out from Rubik. He does manage, but definitely some pick off to try and both teams are aware, or should be aware, that Roshan is Fnatic, hanging very near the Roshan pit, but not actively. Definitely, if you're Fnatic, you don't want to fight in this ultimate in it, so at all costs. So, under Roshan pit, make sure that end up getting it. Okay, so good blink. Shadow Shaman instantly bursted down of all of his activatables, mitigating a lot of the team fight Fnatic. But with one Terrorblade Illusions now able to focus down Roshan, dropping relatively quickly. Coming right-click damage from Tiny, hitting for over 280. Aegis being picked up, Aegis carrier. Does want to ride the line between having very, very little health and using Sunder. Basically, the Aegis of him get a Sunder off in the team fight. Appreciate giving a Tinker that would get picked off while split pushing, or possibly tanky, and by throwing himself into the front lines of the fight. Monkey King using his bring down to Terrorblade eventually. Okay, good Chen kills incoming. Immediately onto the Monkey King, and it's not learning how to right-click out down Lucifer in the back. No, EE just trying to get away. Meanwhile, Shadow Fiend getting focused down in the turning around to try and get that kill. Trees damage from the Tinker Dagon exchange. Down Terrorblade in that team fight. Up directly on EE, probably helped. Monkey King was able to right-click through those wards. EE dropped it, able to get a Monkey King, who had already used his beak to turn the team fighter Mineski. A terrible moment, but he's getting hit by 5. Will eventually go down. EE drafted. I mean, it's looking pretty rough for them at the moment. But up for Fnatic wasn't probably thanks to Chen play incoming from DJ, able to see some farm in the top lane, so he didn't get completely shut down. Was able to help him. Okay, Terrorblade uses the burst damage coming from Monkey King. Uses his ultimate, right-clicking the Chen, but good use of the lift coming out. Drops. Reflection being dropped, and EE's going to focus objectives here. Soon going to be 2 lanes of racks in bed. Chasing down, burst the Earth, not being brought down by that 5 up. 3 down for by Moon. That is game number 1 of this series. For watching my channel, I do already hit the follow button. If you can donate, you can subscribe. I appreciate those as well. Viewers in the channel certainly gives me motivation, allows me to. And stay tuned for game. I will be casting that here. Congratulations to. I was not one of those bettors. This is a stand-in. Nana is Neski's offlaner, I believe. I saw the offlaner for Mineski. Not normal. Yeah, that was just a brain fart by me. It's loading into the lobby, so hopefully it'll be a... Just give you... have no idea. Officially started. My mic's...
Everybody here is out of sight. They keep things loose, they keep things alive. Dancing in the moon. Everybody's feeling just fine. And that's dancing in the moon. You can't dance and stay up, jump all the night. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight.
Actually went with a good old vitamin D milk.
Everybody, they don't bark and they don't lose, they keep things alive. Everybody feels such a fine and that's the sight.
Donovan.
I can't get these memories out of my mind. Some kind of madness started to evolve.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Broke, but whatever. Well, don't know. I am from Oklahoma. So occasionally and then, I'm going to play the exact opposite of black metal. May lose 90% of my audience here, but this isn't a fine.
She met me at the door. Said I would have I hit that fishing hole. Packing all her
Multiplayer hater, Ice and Bong, full stop 95, created account 1234. You all for the follows.
I get home. Right now I'm on the line. I'm sure it'll hit me.
There we go.
I walk through that door, I'm gonna miss
So far, 2 bets for Mineski, 0. Everybody believing in that zigzag coming in. Tradition. Zigzag betters. But it would actually be a pretty big surprise if 2-0 Mineski.
If I could beg her to stay.
Geek fam, for sure. I don't know what the odds are though. Like, yeah, I don't know. Geek fam are, but you get, it's pretty close. Like when I'm looking at the odds at VP game, maybe Execration. I don't know. I just wouldn't put money in Execration. Geek fam was able to beat the other day, so pretty darn good at the moment. I'm going to be playing one more song here. Can't really figure out the exact song I want to play, so Three Doors Down is never, my humble opinion. Disagree. I forgot to mention, when you sub, you get 100 points. Wondering how you earn that many points, that subs get 100 points. Rainforest 21. So Shadow Fiend's still in the pool. Fnatic Shadow Fiend combination if they don't automatically. Second. Countered by Bane, Queen of Pain. So definitely Bane to lane against a Shadow Fiend. Is coming from Clockwork Spam. Obviously very, very good against anybody. And yeah, that was a very obvious pickup coming in from the first pick. Pretty much automatically means Shadow Fiend. So both teams picking a mid laner and a support. Just ended up going to work by that round. Bed Queen of Pain. You saying that is Queen of Pain? You can certainly out Queen of Pain. I mean, you don't have to draft Storm Spirit Meepo or draft Storm Spirit Meepo for a bed every game. I mean, you can, but Queen of all these heroes, the bed can play very, very. A bed very versatile in his hero. So I am not worried about Fnatic. A good hero has a built-in escape. Easy Bugatti for Fnatic. Huh, so getting Chen third pick, both have to look skin constantly. For Mineski's, we're going to support here as well. Shadow Shaman. I actually like a Disruptor pick here. But going Shadow Shaman did not necessarily work out that well for Mineski. It got in a way, trapping to bring down the wards, but also to tank all the shots. But obviously very highly valued at the moment. Hits incredibly hard for a support. You can push both with the Ether Shock. You can split push position 5. That split pushes that. I'll wait, but I don't think you're going to be able. And I'm going to be shutting down the music as we did get rid of Reaver. pickup. I guess he can always time overall with the Clockwork. At least once Weaver, if Clockwork ever traps Weaver, and they're going to end up going down. Elusive hero for Eternal Envy to play. I do appreciate that pick a whole lot. But Fnatic have right-click damage. They have team fight damage with Queen of Pain front line. They don't have... I mean, Weaver can hit buildings eventually. Better at killing team fights than actually hitting those. So I would expect some kind of Chen universe. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see a Dragon Knight being... Dragon Knight under tank that can front line. Tide Hunter being banned out again as well. For Fnatic, looking through all the different options. Still available for Fnatic. Batrider, I would here would be able to fly Fissure, Batrider, and if you can't really have somebody frontline, bringing the team fight to you with a Brewmaster, Pool, Night Stalker. Mineski wanting to ban out the cheese. They said, "Mother, please," and I don't blame him. Although Earthshaker is a pretty microing her Spiderling go slam off onto those, but Mineski would rather Broodmother verse the world than for that. Event Mineski, so kind of a negative armor strat. Some synergy incoming from the Shadow Fiend and the armor here. Lots of team fight control and pushing power in from Mineski as well. So Venge with her right clicks early and often, a lot of the Chen creeps, which will be harassing her down in lane. Fnatic, Mineski were just laning stage for their core, and I think do that for them with the trip if they decide to. Shadow Shaman Venge obviously will be able to get a kill on pretty much anybody they. But I'm still gonna be betting on Mineski here. Bet 50 of them on. Let's see, Mineski was 1. Let's take. So far, 4 Mineski bets, 2 bets for Fnatic. Batrider being picked up. No big deal, but I called it. Fnatic will be looking to take a team fight victory before actually put some sort of pick off with Batrider. Definitely playing those heroes. Whether Faceless Void, Batrider, Enigma, drafting for Universe, and working fairly well for him, I suppose. Did lose to Geek Fam, but either way, Universe mainly playing for Fnatic for the time being. With a team, possibly will go in initiating role with something like a Darkseer later on this patch. Wouldn't expect to see Universe Batrider equals easy. We will see. Rainforest 21. And I will be closing betting here in about 30 seconds. To you who have not, feel free to pick Bat into Venge. Yeah, but if you are a core, do you really want to swap into the team fight like that? A lasso? I mean, you can do it, but you're in the front lines into possibly a very bad position. So a good counter to the Batrider, as that is a purple little dwarf for an ogre. That is pretty cool. Purple gremlin, I'm gonna call it. And betting has official. We have 2 people betting on Fnatic, 5 people betting. We will have to find out. We'll be able to get. Probably gets 2 bounty runes. Shadow Shaman actually picking up 1 in the bottom lane. I'm sure Ninja Boogie will be happy about that. About already, but immediately buys a sentry player coming in from Ninja Boogie. Now, actually, that could have very easily been intentional from Mineski Gold in order to secure a sentry ward against a important, as Mineski will be showing 2 in the. Not sure whether he will be helping out the Shadow Fiend in mid. We'll have to end up finding out. We do know an absolute nightmare to Dean. as no Bane not going in feeble level 1 for a little bit there. And oop, there goes Gravity, as Clockwork will be making a road here first. We'll try and reduce here in the bottom lane on the Weaver. I do think this is a Weaver favored matchup in lane, as Weaver should be able to harass down, which but double Neski, they're going to be able to bring down the Weaver. Sentry Ward stuns coming out, and that is Weaver, or onto the Weaver in his lane, is pinging the for either Bane or Chen to come help a brother out. Magic Wand, nothing much else on him at the moment. But new offlane shenanigans with the Chen, securing farm for currently is sitting at 13-2. Weaver diving or dying, in the bottom lane against a double stun, as well as Clockwork there to and power cogs being used, and EE will have to his tier 1 tower. Lucifer lane. But thanks to a rotation coming in from Ninja Boogie, he will tours of the map. Shadow Fiend lane, multiple team fights breaking out all over, picking the wrong one. Shadow Fiend ends up from a bed. Eski leading the kill score to 1 Armin, as they do have actually the gold lead with the right click. A bed just getting a little bit of harassment damage, level 2 Shadow Strike, so just Shadow Fiend from lane with that additional magic damage. Going multiple levels in Sakuchi makes a lot of sense. Gospel when you're up against a double stun. Sort the creep kills, please. Yeah, I got you. See, a bed going double null build into Pierre Weaver. Gonna have to watch himself here. The cogs currently has 3 magic wands to a good DJ rotation, double centaur, probably set up with a knight, and yeah, that was a amount of damage in that engagement. Rotations coming in from Fob, as Batrat, he has been able to secure Universe a level 5. Universe is going to be perfectly fine against a Earthshaker who is only level 4 at the moment. In the meantime, DJ will just be farming the woods. Clock rotation, the EE on the Weaver here. Okay, so there ends up getting him with the Shadow Shaman. EE having a rough time in the bottom lane. 0 has been completely sacrificed for making sure that Universe Mushi gets a swap out onto EE. Level 2 Sakuchi, my god, try and get yourself in shit. EE may end up cogs available, and Weaver getting trapped in with the dust. Right clicks for 0, 4, and 0. EE for the 6.5 minute mark. Fnatic should definitely consider it, or just something, as the Weaver safe lane. EE loves banging his head against, rotating towards the bottom lane to get some more. But Chen doing a good job pushing here in the top lane part to push quicker. Doing a good job pulling back the wave, so the tower takes maximum. Lasso available for the Batrider here. Will Shaker and Lucifer will eventually get burned down here on DJ. For mid, a bed definitely has to watch out for from the Vengeful Spirit. A bed will have to be very careful where he stands going forward. Universe DJ may end up eating a 4 siege creep. We'll let Batrider know exactly. Still gets stunned by Earthshaker. No. Picking up drums, Tranquils. Going into a Blink Fiend going down. Yeah, Queen of Pain didn't even need to use her ultimate. It happened in Blink and a whole lot of Sakuchi damage. Actually, not really. Weaver doing do 10 damage, 75. Yeah, Fnatic definitely pushing Extreme 10 army at the moment. Very quickly. Bugs being placed. Weaver is going to end up going for that kill in out of the map, where Earthshaker did eventually go to stacks and a Firefly coming out from the it's a curse, as Vengeful Spirit ends up getting a kill, going for a Mask of Madness next. Per farm quite a bit. Mask of Madness plus the Venti hitting very hard, very quickly. Has my eye map here, looking to make sure that Blink Lasso in the near future. That being said, he doesn't have 900 more in order to other key items coming out. Shadow Fiend just trying, sitting 4th in the net worth. Abed is clearly doing Shadow Fiend here in the early game. Yeah, 16 denies, 74, 57 last hits for Shadow Fiend. So not really want to have if you're Moon at the moment. Hopefully he'll be able to. Maybe his supports will end up stacked. But right now the Mineski jungle is completely owned by Fnatic. That Chen and Batrider keep for the camps that Shadow Fiend should be farming. Fnatic doing a map. Vengeful Spirit going down. Ultimate actually goes for the 3-man TP or 3-man ski. Clockwork does have his ultimate available. We'll use it onto the Bane. Clockwork Pili die trying to get away. Mineski on a right clicking a siege creep, a little bit unusual there, as just leaving around at good nightmare onto jabs. The Clockwork using level 6 or nightmare and get himself out of harm's way. Chen Mech, this item already has a full army available. This is pretty good against, say, Earthshaker, who obviously army as quickly as possible in these team fights. Despite getting a maybe not all to himself, is yet to farm a for Mineski, as they are currently by over 2,000 gold, very close to 3,000 Fnatic since about the 8.5 minute mark. Being able to get multiple pick-offs coming out. Chen, the dire jungle over by Chen and Batrider. Moon trying to desperately to find farm wherever he can. And the Mineski have yet to take any other objective behind. It is definitely not over yet for Mineski. They still have about 4 different can hook in, or Shaker can bear it. Even a Blink Hex may be possible from Shadow Shaman, as Mineski top lane. D-Way has a TP on him. Will not be focused down by Mushi. The Wave of Terror could possibly, but he's safe in the trees for now. I keep looking at the wrong lane. Else to happen. I do apologize. Coming in, looks like Universe. Okay, just a chin stomp. Eventually, be able to bring down the as Fnatic. Bring down 2. Shadow Fiend falling into position 5 support. Doing work here in the early game, and EE slowly, in terms of net worth, currently in the net worth chart, has gone for. That is not a item you see every day. Obviously, the Geminate doesn't really work very well hand in hand with pure. I don't blame EE for going for this armed as possible, as quickly as possible. Pili die getting sacrificed. No die for says good luck Pili die, and Bane ends up going down. Fnatic will be giving up this tier 1 tower. Shadow Shaman doesn't have war. The push with the siege creep as well as Shadow Fiend doing over means that is a tier 1 kill coming in for Mineski, who was gimped almost Weaver in the early game. He definitely getting I think EE is getting sacrificed. Are dual laning and sending EE on his own for both of these, trying to secure the good, trying to secure Universe 8. Okay, Orchid being dropped onto the Earthshaker will be able to bring her down. Shadow Strike doing work. Triple raise, not from the Queen of Pain. One pick off. See you later. And gold from it. Blink. Very quick reaction and cogs coming in from the Fnatic really want to press their luck. They do have the Chen army available, so it is a possibility. I don't think EE has joining a team fight in the next, say, 5 to 10 minutes. Drums being used by anybody on Mineski. And Fnatic, 5,000 gold Chen on their team, so they may be on a despite a very good early game. I do believe, actually, maybe not the Shadow Fiend coming in from Mineski will almost definitely be able to win those late game team fights. Coming from Lucifer will be able to cancel the TP coming in from DJ in the top lane. Backrider for Clockwork, surprised he didn't at least blindly. You miss every hook. Sphere have been the better choice for Weaver, but doesn't want to buy it so early. Weaver will absolutely have to get a beacon, whether he's going to buy the Lincolns and then go for some sort of damage item, but BKB Weaver will eventually get taken, lockdown incoming for here some way or form, and BKB, a core item, will eventually go BKB, probably as his next item, but super hers up after the Orchid, and traded as Mineski will be a Shadow Fiend. A little bit of a unusual build up there. I guess Shadow exactly near the initiation whenever so getting that up from Shadow Fiend probably pretty important for Fnatic. As Vengeful Spirit looking to initiate, and good blink lasso immediately canceled by the swap and away, will not be able to nuke down by the Shadow Shaman there. Trade coming in from Mineski. And Fnatic around a little bit too long, too live, going to end up winning that fight. A little bit of like to say, but you want Fnatic to win. Yeah, it's still very possible here. Built to outplay, built to take team fights, locking down the cores of Fnatic. Rotation coming out. To catch out anybody unless Universe blindly walks uphill, what Universe is really known for doing. Chen still working on about 770 gold, and again Jab's rushing Spirits up against the Chen again. 70% heal incoming from the Spirit. Bane, okay, Universe gets a initiation off onto the onto the Shadow Shaman. Easy. A bed actually getting that final last hit. Already has a beat, just trying to tank up and be able in order to output his money. Weaver going treads next. Actually like that. A little bit of additional HP. Good. That on top of the stats from the Lincolns to down if he gets stun locked. Fnatic pressing, having Chen in the late game. I think he'll be hero, getting things like mechanism, pipe, possibly a force staff as and just overall, just through be very useful in the late game. Getting 7,000 gold on the Chen, farming with his creeps. Wow, Venge just got blown up here. 2-for-0 trade coming out for Fnatic, making the moves. Mineski not seeming like the more organized, the position 1 carry farming in a lane without with Shadow Shaman. I don't know, late game Shadow Shaman, if you actually get the shards dropped onto a tower, that's probably a free laner axe. It's actually one of the reasons why Shadow Shaman is so popular at the moment, is that ability to get a free refresher with the ability to drop. It's insanely good. 5. And also on Mineski, if they ever refresher shard, taking it other than the Shadow Aghanim Scepter, may want to get that shard, but and giving it to the Shaman would just give more utility. Wards being placed just to secure it, but it doesn't look like Fnatic with that. Instead, we'll be pushing on a little bit of chip damage. Echo Slam should be available for the Ursh. 27 minutes into the game, will immediately smoke up. Roshan may respawn in about a minute. Smoke to get a pick off before Roche, just a normal everyday pick off on Batrider. Good blink, but Shadow Shaman gets a stun off. Eventually get nuked down by the fleet. Moon looking for more, as Fnatic do have very elusive cores. Batrider able to blink away, and obviously Sakuchi for maneuvering in and out of team. KB after getting Lincoln's power treads again earlier, aka Mineski actually have I would say a map advantage on the 2 lanes, only have to flame, which is currently pushing in near as regained some footing in terms of net worth chart. Has, I would say, 15 minutes. So that is already paying off. Has pretty much stopped dying after feeding, I believe, 5 times. No, 4. Haven't been sitting at 7, 0, and 2 on the Queen. Exceptionally well in this game, and the net worth shows it ahead of a Shadow Fiend, who obviously should have been in bed. Possible smoke as dust though. Bane does have, but he's just hanging around the Roshan pit. That Roshan is indeed not up, and yes, Fnatic are take that team fight around that critical objective. So just say bad things about Fnatic. Thanks. Oh well, Fnatic Batrider Universe gets picked off there, and clearly the inferior team as Universe. Massive amount of spells being used by Clockwork and able to bring him down. The damage being done by 100 damage in a short period of time. Venge hitting for 200 already. Gets a stun out onto the Earthshaker. Doesn't use the Echo Slam, but didn't pop by the Queen of Pain just a little bit too late. Moosh 280 damage a last hit. Queen of Pain getting picked off here. It looks like Mineski. Weaver getting picked off while I was watching Roshan. How he managed to do that. Olo picked off by Earthshaker. Huh. Played by Lucifer. Able to stun lock Weaver before he can. Weaver, you want to see more feed? Fair enough. We're going. Hasn't committed to the blade mail yet. Maybe look like, I don't know, staff. I guess those aren't too exotic, but very good as well as force. Venge Sphere or BKB this game, and I can't really blame him. Than a BKB, considering Bane ult goes through BKB. Yeah, 3 ultimates of Fnatic all go through, so Venge just calmer for it. If she wants to do that. There's no real reason to upgrade to the Silver Edge at this point, more tanky. As there aren't really that vengeful with the Silver Edge. I thought Shadow Fiend might have been going magical damage, but clearly has Lincoln Sphere, BKB, all be able to stay around in the team fights and deal significant amount of damage. Unless, definitely Fnatic aren't going to be able to burst down the Shadow Fiend sitting at with the additional armor on top of everything, all the defensive abilities that he already has. So, game looking very good for Moon. Currently 6,000 net worth, 18,700 net worth. Out here. Has yet to purchase at the 34-minute mark. And both teams just trying to find that initiation. Universe getting a good Blink Lasso off in order to start team fights. Different options, everybody always hunting. Obviously, you saw Earth able to get a solo kill onto Den earlier on in this game. Earth makes a good initiator, same with Clock, same with even Ben if she chooses. Blink Dagger, great for... Yeah, I guess that's right. Shadow Fiend can nuke through, preventing him from farming is walking in Blink. I can dig that. I've never really thought about that as a utility for buying Blink, but heroes like Shadow Fiend. Faster. Kind of like how buying Yasha. Okay, so Pylab Die getting swappedly lassoed and ulted in the face coming in from a bed. Will eventually get chased down. Bugs will bring him revenge for getting picked off into bot. Have a very questionable swap play incoming. Vengeful Spirit, the top swaps the Bane, and once Venge uses the swap, I mean, University get a free lasso doesn't have a Lincoln Sphere. Fnatic get off that team fight, and we're able to follow it up with 2 kills, one on. Being leveled onto the Shadow Fiend. Presence, aura, effects, buildings. Yeah, I think for Shadow Fiend. Ever build stuns in order to lock down heroes. 4-man smoke coming out from Mineski and anybody. But no. Fnatic gathered up in their base. Mineski is at. So I say playing it safe, but everybody from Fnatic was roaming through the jungle, able to just typical for MKB as his 4th item. Weaver needs the boss, just immediately getting bursted down. Vengeful Spirit, 3 down for Fnatic, and this is easily going to be at least finally coming in, found in this team fight. Vengeful Spirit getting a good amount of chip damage out. And yeah, their melee racks are against Mineski, doing an incredible amount of right-click damage. And Vengeful Spirit hitting for over 300 a right-click. Okay, at the moment, because clearly EE is going to end in the next few minutes, and I refuse to miss another one. Eventually, profit. But I do like the MKB choice. Already has completed that butterfly, and clearly defensive item, considering he's bought 2 times since buying the BKB, but hasn't yet to actually get it off. Blink Echo, apparently pretty good ability. Both available. Yeah, so Fnatic leave their base at the moment, considering Shadow Fiend does have the Aegis. Okay. I'm completely out of it. I'm going to be at 5:30 in the morning, Oklahoma. So I am mixing up words. And currently, but going Bloodthorn as his 6th and final silence, very good against Queen of Pain, preventing her from TPing away. Weaver. And obviously it will amplify that Shadow Fiend is catering for 400 damage. It has gotten at level 25. Earthshaker. What Vengeful Spirit is going to end up getting? Missile piercing choice. Considering Weaver both have BK Batrider as well. And I forgot, gotta keep focusing in on the Weaver. Not me at all now that Aegis has been picked up on the Shadow Fiend. End up going for some sort of valuable item. Double Javelin, just sell the Magic Wand and I think that would be a little bit of waste of a gold though. But I'm picking up a Maelstrom or a Diffusal Blade before this team fight. Anything for Weaver to have more of an impact in the next team. He has to find and kill it. Falls in the front of the base. I'm assuming he was swapped in. Yeah, swap. Vengeful to start off the team fight. And was busy looking. Neski get what they came for immediately from Universe. Push down the top lane next. So, Venge has 3,000 hits for 300, 1 armor on her. I mean, that is one hell of a hero. Venge will be, if you're Fnatic. Even has cheese on her, so you managed to just like that. 2,500 healed. Weaver buying out. So, I guess EE's is they cannot win without the additional Monkey King bar. And 170. And double wards being dropped. Okay, Universe jumping in, doesn't have Lasso available anymore. Full Spirit. Universe eventually getting a good amount of damage done onto the Serpent wards. Okay, Blink Echo incoming as EE off afterwards. And will be a team fight, but it's not going to be enough. Fnatic, Chen and Universe sitting on the sidelines. Off, able to burst down the Bane. Incoming damage will be enough to bring down Weaver as well. GG being called. Take game number 2. Woo! Do this, but at night here in the great state of Oklahoma, I have been for about 7.5 hours. So I to find a different stream also broadcasting this series. I'm sure there are several out there. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I appreciate all the views, the follows. Actually got 3 or 4 subs today, which is absolutely sick. I definitely enjoyed that, having 15 subs, sub hype. But thank you for watching. Thank you for the subs. I'm going to be getting some sleep. And good night, everybody. Or good night, good morning, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm sure there are several out there. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I appreciate all the views, the follows. Actually got 3 or 4 subs today, which is absolutely sick. I definitely enjoyed that, having 15 subs, sub hype. But thank you for watching. Thank you for the subs. I'm going to be getting some sleep. And good night, everybody. Or good night, good morning, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm sure there are several out there. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I appreciate all the views, the follows. Actually got 3 or 4 subs today, which is absolutely sick. I definitely enjoyed that, having 15 subs, sub hype. But thank you for watching. Thank you for the subs. I'm going to be getting some sleep. And good night, everybody. Or good night, good morning, or good evening, wherever you are in the world.